and I'm the Community Health Nurse here in GK. Welcome to the WebEx session, Intro to the GK Medical Team. The focus of this will be to provide information to the families in Europe on the services we can offer and how we can be accessed by the communities who are not local to our clinic. The first slide shows our staff photo, and you'll see that we're not a very large team. We have a total of 21 staff members, which includes our civilian personnel. We offer direct care to families in our local area and supportive care to remote families in a variety of ways, which is what we're going to discuss. So in this session, we will cover primary care presented by Captain Kevin Garneau-Béger. I will touch on pharmacy services as well as community health services. And we have Captain Karen Robert, who will discuss mental health services. She's our mental health nurse. So up first is Captain Kevin Garneau-Béger, our primary care physician, to discuss primary care services.
Good evening, everyone. So I'm, like I said by Connie, I'm Dr. Garneau. So usually people just call me Doc or Dr. Garneau. So I'm one of the two physicians working at the Geilenkirchen Medical Clinic. And I said by Connie, so we're a very small family practice clinic in the middle of nowhere, Germany. And we basically serve CAF members all across Europe, United Kingdom, Russia, North Africa, and the Middle East. So we have members in over about 70 different locations. So primarily, if a Canadian soldier is ill or injured, then I have clinical or medical oversight of that care, making sure that the folks are getting the right care at the right time. A particularity of our clinic is that we serve not only members, so military members, but also dependents. So we have a duty to help also spouses and children of military members. So there's only two clinics in the Canadian Forces that do that. The Goose Bay Medical Clinic is isolated post in Canada, and the Geilenkirchen Medical Clinic. Nowhere else in our organization do we provide care to dependents of military members. Our organization has a duty to make sure that the families as well are receiving the right care when we post them abroad in remote locations. So of course I can't split myself in 70 different locations. I can provide care in all those localities everywhere in Europe, but I do have access to email, and well, not right now because the email server is down, but I usually have access to email and telephone. So on a typical day, half of my patient consults are actually done over the phone, and we do provide phone consults with dependents, so spouses and children as well. So when families are posted somewhere in Europe or everywhere in the Middle East or Africa or wherever, we ask them to find a local family doctor, a GP, when they move at their location. But if people are encountering medical issues and they would like to have a second opinion from a family doctor or Canadian physician, then I am more than welcome to give my advice, give my second opinion on medical issues that they're facing. And if folks as well are posted in locations where they think they're not receiving the right care and they need to go on an elective surgery or they're going through a medical crisis, I encourage them to get in touch with me because we can certainly provide help in those situations. So that's all I have to say. So over to you, Connie.
Okay, thanks, Kevin. So this is our pharmacist, Captain Adam Calabrese, and he, of course, consults, dispenses medications in the clinic, as well as a bit of prescribing within his scope, but he's also very busy providing consults to remote members and dependents. So medication names differ in different countries and can differ from what's offered in Canada. So he would be happy to talk to you to discuss any prescriptions you receive that you're not sure about, or if there's a certain medication, whether it be prescription, over-the-counter supplements, if it's not available to you from the country you're living in, or if you have questions about medications, you're having issue with language barriers, and you're just not sure, then you're very welcome to contact Adam. He'd be happy to discuss it with you. And here I am again. So Captain Connie Grant, I'm the community health nurse here in GK, and I'm available to provide support, education, and resources to families locally and in remote locations on a wide variety of topics. I have a few examples here with immunizations and travel health advice being most of the work that I provide, because many of us are doing a lot of traveling here in Europe. And there's small children, and keeping up with those routine immunizations, it takes a lot of focus. But certainly I can be contacted to discuss health topics or concerns one-on-one. Also looking for topics to deliver via WebEx or posters, or a format that suits your community that are relevant for your families. Up next is Captain Karen Robert, our mental health nurse.
Hi, again. So this is a picture of myself and Captain Martin Laferrière-Simard, who's the social worker. So we provide mental health services here in GK. Martin's been here for a year now, and I'm a brand new position, so I've been newly posted in this year. Next slide, Connie. Thank you. So mental health services. So what do we provide? We provide services to all Alcan military members and their dependents. So the same type of services that you would receive through primary care, but for mental health. And we provide some counseling and psychotherapy services. We do a lot of social assessments and therapy, as well as some general mental health counseling. We also are able to provide psychoeducational presentations and teachings, and on a wide variety of topics. And usually you'll see us doing welcome briefs and also culture shock presentations. And we're probably going to start doing some resiliency training, and as well as reverse culture shock. So for people that are returning to Canada, and explaining the adjustments that they might have to overcome as they move back home. And also a lot of what we do is help people get connected in the community with mental health services. So we help find providers in the local areas as much as possible. And so if you are looking for a mental health provider where you live, and you're having a hard time, or you're not finding the credentials that you require, then you can definitely contact us, and we're more than willing to help you do that. Connie, back to you.
Thanks, Karen. So we are always looking for ways to improve communications with families. Like Kevin said, we're available to the families as well as the members, and we'd like to improve that communication and the information reaching the families. So we will be working on our delivery of information through MFS, through Facebook, through these WebEx discussions, to have a better connection with dependents and the remote communities that we serve. So we have a few ways to access us, and that's by email. This is like a general email, and they'll go through our primary care team, and they will send your email to the appropriate department person. And you can call us at any time, and it'll direct you to speak with any one of us. We do have a Facebook page. Like I said, we're working on some friends, but you'll see us linking in a bit more in the future with MFS to try and make sure that the information is available easier for families to access. And then we have other access through Padre or the MFS social worker as well, if that should be the case. So thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to hearing from you.